I miss the outside.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ramon, and in today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you my Inflight skincare routine. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know, we're a fresh, new, young channel. So just make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can see it when I bring it to you every time. And share it with your mom or something. I like moms. Moms like me. Inflight skincare. I travel a lot. I've traveled my entire life. My dad's in the military, my parents divorced when I was young, and so I feel like every other month I was in an airport flying here, there, and everywhere. And that's still the case to this day. I travel a lot. Airplanes, dry, dehydrating, gross. I don't know about you, but I have really oily, acne-prone skin. And as a result, if I'm on a flight for more than an hour, I get the grossest, most oily, just like film across my face. It is disgusting. So in the last few years, I really had to understand and essentially develop this in-flight skincare routine in order to A, prep my skin for a flight, but B, also recover after a flight because my skin doesn't really respond well to airplanes. I don't know about you, but I'm also a very stressed traveler. Everything from my anxiety to getting to an airport, to getting through security, to getting on a flight and all that stuff. And plus I just have really bad flight anxiety. I get really stressed out. So as a result, my skin responds accordingly. The skincare routine is everything you need to know from before to after a flight. So I don't do skincare on an airplane, and you shouldn't either. Airplanes are gross. Airplanes are nasty. Airplanes are not the best environments to be doing your skincare, touching your face in. So there's that. But also they're dehydrating. Airplanes, it's recycled air. It's not a good place to really try to create a good environment for retaining moisture on an airplane. So therefore, do your skincare before the flight. Reason being, you need to prepare your skin beforehand to be able to handle that dry, dehydrated climate. So you get your skin hydrated, supple, moist, and protected before you get on a flight. Therefore, you don't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna show you step by step how I achieve that. So priority number one, obviously, is going to be washing your hands. As you can see, I'm in my bathroom in this footage, but I've done this in airport restrooms, namely the family or handicap ones, so that no one can actually watch me do this and I have a private space to get ugly. Fun story, traveling to Barcelona, my friends and I had a layover in Boston. That was a red eye, and we had a full 12-hour day there. And so we landed in Boston after a red-eye flight. We found an available family restroom. All of us locked ourselves in there, and all of us did all of our full skincare routines in this family restroom to then go about Boston for the day. And then before we got our PM flight to Barcelona, we stopped at Sephora and redid our entire PM skincare routine to fly to Barcelona. If we can do it, you don't got an excuse. Step one is really going to be wash your hands, but also cleanse your face. There's a lot of ways that you can do this. I still recommend a double cleanse no matter what. The key for prepping your skin for a flight to me is you need a clean slate to start with. So feel free to double cleanse. I understand you are traveling, and again, if you're doing this in an airport bathroom or a hotel bathroom, you do have a lot of really great travel options. As you know, my favorite balm cleanser is going to be the Heimish All Clean Balm, which you can see here I have the full size, but also a little travel mini. Look at how cute that is. I'm going to oil cleanse my face and then regular cleanse my face using my gel cleanser of preference. I have my CeraVe cleanser. I also have my Dr. Jart microfoam cleanser. Another really great option is Heimish also has this really cute travel size cleanser that I discovered in New York City. I'll link it down below, but it's honestly a godsend and it works super, super well. So you also have the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. You also have micellar water, such as the Dr. Jart Dermaclear micellar water, if you prefer to do that instead of oil cleansing. It's a little bit cleaner if you need to do it in a more compromised situation. It does a really good job of pre-cleansing your skin. So once your face is all clean, next is the preparation. So this is where you really build up that hydration and the nourishment for your skin so that when you're on these long haul flights, your skin's going to be good, protected, and nourished in a really moisture compromising environment. So as you know, really big fan of essences and toners. And for this step, we're going to be layering those up. I want layers upon layers of hydration in my skin. So I start with the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence. As you guys know, this is chock full of really rich nurturing ingredients for the skin, such as the galactomyces ferment, the niacinamide that I really like. I go in with this straight after my cleansing when my skin's still a little bit damp so that it absorbs better, but also just adds on to the hydration on my skin. And then I follow that up with a really hydrating toner. Some options that I like to go in with are the KLAIRS Supple Preparation Lotion, which is just a really great hyaluronic acid infused toner, as well as Another great hyaluronic acid infused toner, the Hada Labo Goku Jyun lotion. And again, for me, key with this is really layering up these really thin layers of hydration. So I will do 2-3 layers of all of these combined to really get that supple, glowy look in my skin. I have no shame in being a glazed donut when I sit at that gate. If you don't want to take these essences and toners in their full-size bottles because they're too big and you don't want to check in a bag, just get these little travel-size bottles that I get, for example, at Amazon or dollar stores or Target to decant small quantities of these liquids so that they're easier for travel. So once your skin is nice and skin prepped, I like to go in with treatments. I have really acne-prone skin, really oily skin. And for me, I find it really beneficial for my skin, especially on long haul flights, to do a little bit of an active ingredient treatment on my face while I'm on these flights, namely salicylic acid. My go-to for sure, holy grail, I will never let you down, is the Centella U.F.O oil. You guys know that is a staple in my skincare routine. Salicylic acid is amazing for exfoliating, really getting in your skin to break down any excessive buildup, as well as preventing and treating acne breakouts. When I'm on these flights, this is a godsend to me because again, I get a lot of congestion, especially here and here and here. And those are the areas that I really target with treatments. Another great option is these Paula's Choice 2% BHA gel, which is essentially just in a different texture of the BHA treatments. The Sunday Riley has a few more actives to help with other acne-related concerns, such as treating breakouts and lightening pigmentation. I find that the Paula's Choice one just really helps to prevent congestion, prevent breakouts, treat breakouts. It's also a little bit more viscous, while the Sunday Riley's is more of an oil texture, a dry oil texture. Another treatment that I really enjoy using on flights is the Ordinary's Azelaic Acid Suspension. As you know, I also talk about how azelaic acid is a very, very beneficial ingredient to my skincare routine. It helps to really prevent irritation and redness on flights. It's also really soothing and prevents breakouts. It features a lot of dimethicones. So essentially what it does is, beyond the standard azelaic acid benefits, it also has the benefits of being a little bit more occlusive and holding in the hydration. So I have my hydrators on, my active set in, and now the next step is to go in with moisturizer. I'm trying to lock it all in. So for me, again, I have oily acne-prone skin. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of thicker cream moisturizers, so I tend to use gel formulations. As you guys know, my favorite is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Body Gel Cream for sensitive and dry skin, fragrance-free. I'll do a layer or two of this, really, really thin layers, just to help block in everything and keep my skin very, very supple and hydrated. If I feel the need to, for example, I have drier skin, if I've been traveling a little bit more consistently or my moisture barrier is a little bit more compromised, I will go in with a more cream texture. And then, for example, the Dr. Jart Ceramidin cream is a favorite. Another favorite of mine, hands down, is the Dr. Jart Stick-A-Pair Sleeping Mask. I usually go to Sephora and just ask for samples of it because they give you like the full envelope and I'll make that last for a minute. But the Stick-A-Pair Tiger Grass Centella Asiatica ingredient is really great for my skin, which does get a little bit irritated and dry on these longer haul flights and with consistent traveling. Since it's a sleeping mask texture, it really helps to lock in the hydration, nourish the skin, and keep your skin protected. If you find you have really, really dry skin and a cream moisturizer doesn't necessarily cut it for you, feel free to use an oil. You know, Biossance 100% sugarcane squalane oil is a very great, straightforward moisturizing oil, as well as Herbivore's Phoenix oil. They're just going to be very, very straightforward in their moisturizing purposes. There's nothing really more to them. So now you're moisturized, you're treated, you're ready to go on the flight. Not really. Depending on what time of day you're flying, you need to protect your skin in some capacity, you know, especially if you're doing red-eye flights or long haul international flights. This is a really great time for you to like treat your skin and nourish your skin and nurture your skin. If I'm doing a daytime flight, a crucial, vital, all important ingredient is going to be sunscreen. I say it time and time and time again. Wear your sunscreen, please, and wear a lot of it. Here's the deal. Think about it. You're in a tiny tin tube, 6 miles in the air. You really don't have the same ozone protection you do on the ground when you're in an airplane. Therefore, you're more susceptible, you're more vulnerable to UV damage. Therefore, wear sunscreen. Wear a very, very, very ample amount of sunscreen when you're on these flights. Even better if it's a very moisturizing formulation, to help protect your skin a lot better. Treat your skin, TLC. As you know, some of my favorites include the PURITO Centella Green Level Safe Sun, really, really moisturizing formulation, as well as the CosRX Aloe Soothing Sun Cream. Today I'm gonna be going with the Missha All Around Safe Block Essence Sun Milk. You know, I love this just because it's a really lightweight texture. I can really layer it on, 2 to 3 layers, and it sinks in completely clear, no white cast within a matter of minutes. As you see, I am layering it up. I do at least 2 layers on my face, especially in areas where either A, I've done a good amount of active, so I'm a little bit more compromised, or B, where I'm really trying to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So that's like next to and around my eye, next to my nose, on active breakouts, and in my forehead. And really work that into your skin, layer it on. Also, don't forget your neck and your ears. Your neck is the first area where you really show signs of aging. That gives it all away. And people always neglect their ears. Don't forget your ears. Of course, you can't forget your lips. I really enjoy using really rich lip balms on the flights in order to ensure that my lips are protected, especially just because a lot of times on flights, I'm eating, I'm drinking, and if you drink coffee on flights, it's really dehydrating to your lips. Really rich lip masks are a favorite of mine, such as the Fresh Sugar Lip Caramel Hydrating Balm, a favorite. It smells delicious, and it's really, really nourishing to the lips. And then I can't forget the lip gloss. I wear the lip gloss anytime, any place that I can. The Fenty Gloss Bomb is my favorite. Always got it on me. Any shade, every shade. So just make sure you take care of your lips as well. Now, if you're flying nighttime, that's another great time for you to, again, protect, nourish, treat your skin. My favorite nighttime flight treatment is retinol, especially for a 12-hour flight to Asia or a 6-hour flight to Europe. That's time for you to really like treat and nourish your skin, especially if you're sleeping and resting. Use some retinol. I would, instead of utilizing actives right after my hydrators like I showed in the video, I would just in place substitute retinol. Do a nice layer, again, about a pea-sized amount for the full face, and then go on with everything afterwards. And yeah, your skin's good for the flight. Just follow that up with moisturizers. Just be sure that if you are using actives during the daytime, use sunscreen. So your skincare is done, you're good. Time to board your flight, you're done, right? No. What happens after the flight to me is just as important as what happens before and during the flights. I always benefit from a really nice, strong acid exfoliation after a flight. Again, I have really oily, acne-prone skin. I really fear pore congestion after flights. So for me, the first thing I do once I get to my destination after a flight is I take everything off, all that skincare, all that sunscreen, and then I go in with a really strong acid peel. Two of my favorites, as I've mentioned, are the Drunk Elephant Sukari Baby Facial, which is a really strong acid exfoliant treatment, as well as the Ordinary's 30% AHA, 2% BHA acid treatment, which same thing, really strong acid treatments. Leave these on for a little bit as leave-on masks, rinse them off. Or if you prefer more of a detox, I really enjoy the Ordinary Salicylic Acid Mask. It not only has salicylic acid to, again, treat your pores and exfoliate, but it also has bentonite clay to help kind of absorb any excess oil, detox pores. Not only that, but I find when I add water back to it to rinse it off, I can kind of use it as a very subtle physical exfoliant to just really help resurface gently, and it leaves my skin feeling nice and polished. And then I like to follow these with sheet masks just to really infuse my skin with really nice, rich, supple essence moisture. I really enjoy Centella Asiatica sheet masks, but you could also go with something that's a little bit more hydrating or something that focuses more on pore care if that's your interest or your tea. And then just follow that up with moisturizer and sunscreen. So yeah, that's my pre-flight, post-flight, not in-flight skincare routine. Traveling can be stressful, but a lot of fun. And you just gotta make sure that you treat your skin with a lot of care because it's not gonna look good in the pictures as a result. So find what skincare routine works best for you, but just remember, don't do skincare on a flight. There's really no point, in my opinion. And wash your hands. Don't touch your face with dirty hands on a flight. It's gross. This video was inspired by the Alexa Chung skincare in-flight video, which used some great products, but I didn't necessarily agree with everything the video said. But yeah, if and when we ever get to travel again, I hope you guys have safe travels. Hope your flights don't get canceled. Hope TSA doesn't take anything from your bags through security, and wear your sunscreen. Damn. Bye guys.